Hey everyone, it's 2017, and before I start posting up a lot of the health, fitness, motivational videos I'm going to be doing, I want to talk to everybody a little bit about setting goals, and even more importantly, how to accomplish them. The fact is, we're into that part of the year where people start, realizing that maybe your New Year's resolutions aren't working out quite like you thought. Maybe you haven't even started them yet. So what I want to do is I want to share with everybody what I believe to be as the ultimate success formula. And the way I discovered this is it started out that I actually did one of these success programs many years ago, and it really made a big difference. In a matter of a few months, I went from not being able to pay my rent or keep my truck running to being the owner of a Gold's Gym here in beautiful Southern California. So, big transformation for me, and as you can imagine, I was sharing this with all my friends and everybody because, I wanted to share this cool thing that I'd found. And I got people to do the program, but what really puzzled me was the people that did it, they enjoyed it, but they didn't get out of it what I did. So, and this was a big puzzle for me, and I wanted to figure out, what was different about this. Why weren't these people getting the same thing I was? By this time, I owned several gyms, and I used my opportunity there to interview successful people. There were, just hundreds of people coming through my gym that were successful with business. We had people, maybe you were a successful bodybuilder, had a black belt in martial arts. Maybe you were, if you came in and you had a 25-year marriage and that relationship was still just going amazing. I wanted to know how you were achieving that. I wanted to know what these people had in common. And what I found was the people that were successful with their goals had a very different approach than everybody else. And what I want to do with you is I want to share with you right now exactly what that is. Now, I do whole workshops on this thing, but I'm going to break this down to a couple minutes and just give you the nuts and bolts. But trust me, that's enough to make a huge difference in your ability to accomplish your goals. So what I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to take your pen, and I want you to make 2 lines right down the middle of the page, making 3 columns. All right? So now, and in the first column, I want you to write the word goals. And whatever your goal was this year, maybe it was to lose weight, make some more money. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to talk to you guys later more about exactly what your goal should be. But for now, whatever's fine. Now, in that next goal, I want you to write priorities. And I want you to pick out, there should be about 4 or 5 things that stand out, that are priorities that you need to focus on in order to accomplish your goal. So, for example, if your goal is your health or to lose weight, then you're going to need, your priorities are going to have to be, watching your diet, your nutrition, fitness, and so on. So, and no matter what your goal is, there's going to be a few things that stand out. So write those down. And now in the next column, I want you to write actions. And this is the big one, because this is where things fall apart, is the people who are successful, their actions are in alignment with the priorities necessary to meet that goal. Okay? So, I'll give you a really good example of where this breaks down for people. A lot of times I'll ask people, what's your number one priority? And people will tell me, my health is my number one priority. Okay, great. Then I'll ask them, cool, what did you have for breakfast today? And they'll go, I didn't have time for breakfast today. It's not a good example. Okay, why not? Well, I had to take my friend to the airport. Okay, so let's be clear about something. Your priorities today was not your health. Your priority was taking your friend to the airport. All right? And that's where it starts to break down. It's in these subtle little things. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, it's like, well, things come up and, you need to be there for your friends, and all this is true. But you knew the night before you had to take your friend to the airport, so, you could have, blended up a drink the night before, had it in the fridge, ready to go in the morning, so that way you could have still, made your obligations to your friends and still been in alignment with your goal. So I want you guys to really focus on this, and a really good exercise to do is maybe even just taking your actions column, write down what are your general actions that you're going through today, and are they meeting the priorities of that goal? And wherever you see these discrepancies, correct them, and constantly check yourself throughout the day, making sure that your actions are in alignment with the priorities necessary to meet the goal. Okay, so, and if you follow this and you practice this and just start becoming more and more aware of it, you're going to find that no matter what you go after, no matter what your goal is, I guarantee it, if your actions are in alignment with the priorities for that goal, they will happen. All right, so we're going to talk a lot more about some of these motivational things, health, fitness, and so on. But in the meantime, just, practice this goal, play around with it a little bit, and until next time, just keep moving forward.